Welcome back to the channel, and I'm bringing you Nioh today. A game that surprised me a whole lot. Fellow people that played Dark Soul games and stuff like that, told me that I should give it a try. It's a new place for a beginner to get into the Demon Souls, Dark Souls series. So I gave it a chance, and I gotta say, it blew me away. It sucked me in fully. Um, I was I was baffled by the difficulty level it gave me. It took me like 3 hours to get through the first board. I'm not even joking. Like maybe 2 3 hours. But seriously, I died so many times. Once I started getting used to it, it started progressing a lot better. But I died infinite amount of times. I don't even know how many times I died. I have clocked in 120 hours. That's more than I've ever played on a majority of games. Skyrim was about 90 hours, but this has definitely taken the most hours out of my life. But fantastic game. I mean, we're going to talk about the story first. If you're looking for a really heavy story based game, this is not the game for you. It gives you enough story to keep you interested to do the next mission and everything. But they do have an option that they offer a little bit more story in the submissions. So if you go off the main storyline and do the submissions, it does give you a complete full story, but it's not given to you in the main story. If you're just trying to shoot through the game, you're not going to get the full story. Like I said, I have spent 120 hours. This game has Way of the Samurai. This is the first playthrough of the game, beginning to the end. Once you beat the game, it unlocks another mode. It's called Way of the Strong. It's your new game plus. So once you beat that game again in the Way of Strong, it unlocks Way of the Demon. And each time you go to the next save, it is scaling the enemies up by double, of difficulty, what you previously did. So the first playthrough, I got to about level 100 before I beat it, and then the next playthrough, I'm on the next playthrough right now, which is Way of the Strong, and I'm level 162. So yeah, level 162. I got some 170 gears, so I'm not doing too bad. Where's the levels? There it is, 162. So, gotta say the storyline's great. Let's go to the next topic. Visuals is spectacular. I don't know if it's just me, but the samurai get up of the whole game just makes it worth it for me. All the demons, the yokai, the spirit, like these little spirit guys right here. These things are so cool and look cute. You got to find them around the maps, and they give you little bonuses along the way. So, as you can see, they're stunning. They're stunning visuals in the maps. Now, after you've run the maps a million times, trying to level up and everything, they do kind of get a little repetitive. They're built to just basically run through, get your experience, and basically get out. So once you play them, it's got good replay value, but I'm not gonna say you're not gonna get bored of them, because some boards are really annoying. And like I said, this game has a really big difficulty gap between other games. I have died almost 300 times, like literally in this game. And just from little things, like common enemies. So, controls. The movement is very fluid. You have to have precision when it comes to games like this, because a split second is life or death in this game. Like, if you spawn an enemy and it swings at you, certain demons will one-shot you if you do not dodge. So it is critical that you have to have really good controls, and they nailed it. Team Ninja knocked the controls out of the park with this, because it's the dodging and everything is on point. Gameplay. Let's see. I've went into a little bit of the gameplay, but like I spawned into this level 5 area to show you guys that even these level 5 guys are damaging me when I'm 160 levels higher than them. Like, look at this. This guy is still doing a considerate amount of damage for being a level 5 enemy. Like, this guy should be hitting me for 1. He's still hitting me for a good, 50 or 60 damage. So when I was level 5, it was take like 2-3 hits, I would be dead by a common enemy. So I have never played a game where that can happen. Usually, most games you walk outside of the first town, first area, and it's a level 1 enemy that's, slightly tapping you and making you get adjusted to the game. No, you get in this game, this guy cuts you down in 2 hits. So I'm like, whoa, there's a big gap difference. So, yeah, once you get past the difficulty of the game, do not get discouraged. This is one of those games that you got to be patient and don't get discouraged. And I'm trying to not make this video too long, but this game is very detailed and it will make you angry at certain parts, especially if you feel like you've been cheaply killed. So I gotta say that, like, there's a lot of enemies that will jump out at you and try to cut you down. Like this guy right here. I know that he's around this corner because I played the game. So this guy right here, jumping around the corner. And this game is really meant for you to take one enemy at a time. Do not try to, fight multiple enemies. 2v2 scenarios do not go well in this game. This game is meant to be basically one-on-one, battles. So, pros and cons. The pros of this game is the length of the game, the replay value, the visuals, the controls, and it's just an all-around one-of-a-kind game that I'm so glad that I picked it up. I'm so glad I paid $60 for it. I'm getting well worth my value of the game. And I'm not done playing it. Even though I'm 162, I thought that would be a high level. I found out that you can go up to 750, level 750. Whoa, 120 hours, and I've only hit 162. That means there's so much value of this game that I can't even express that in this video, So, cons. Like I said, this game is not really heavy on story, so if this person's really trying to get a heavy story game, I'm sorry, this ain't the game for you. Play it anyways because it's a very good game, but don't. This ain't a storytelling game. It's not RPG at all. So I'm trying to think of anything else bad I can honestly say about this game. Oh, one thing I can say that's bad about this game. Say another player is having a difficult time getting through the board. They can summon another person by putting a cup of tea on the shrine and summon another person to come and help them out. That is a great thing. So I join often to help people out on the game. But then, say I get sucked into their game and they die within like 10 seconds, because this game is really difficult. Somebody comes around the corner, slices him down, I get kicked out of the match. That drives me crazy. There's so many times I've been sucked in, the guy dies, I'll get kicked out. So, and it's the same way if you die. If you get sucked into their game, you die, you get despawned out of it. It's just a one-hit thing, like I come in, I help him, I get kicked out. So that kind of gets a little annoying. I see the load screen a lot. So I come in, the guy dies, and I'm like, oh shit, I hear him, bye, get kicked out. But that's about the bad thing I can give this game. So now for the rating. I have to give it a 9 out of 10. The reason I'm giving it a 9 instead of a 10, because in my opinion, if it was really up to me and not everybody's, round view, I would give it a 10 out of 10. The story, not having a big story, is not a bad thing for me. I don't really care. But I have to give it a 9 out of 10 because if anybody is looking for a heavy story game, it's not here. So that docks in 1 point in my book. But this is a game, guys, you should go out, grab, pick it up, and play it. And then you'll thank me. So I'm not going to take you guys' time too much more. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more. Thanks.